We are live. So hello. This is Billy Littlezencrone, and I have with me the beautiful Toni, Antoinette, Tarot and Jewelry, right? Is it that's still the name? And we've just been talking backstage before we came on, talking about our garden woes from this summer, right?
Absolutely, trying to keep them alive or
That's
failing.
right. You were saying that you decided you weren't going to do a vegetable patch again. So did you just do flowers this year?
The vegetable patch is absolutely crazy. So I think it might have been last month or the month before. I do like a monthly wrap up sometimes for my journaling and stuff. And I showed the garden there, and it's just a big wild. It's wild.
Well,
that's all I can say. Overgrown, wild, and crazy, and needs digging out.
Essence of the Moon is here. I don't know.
Hi, Selena.
Oh, hello. I don't know who you are, but it's nice to meet you. We'll see how many people got the messages I left about the time is different. The time is different.
Know. Yeah.
Okay, so let's let's do our wine part now that I'm not doing wine at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What are you doing at 8 o'clock at night? You're having wine for me.
I am, yes. So I have a lovely little rosé Malbec.
Ooh,
here.
Lovely. And I've had this before on Wine and Tarot, but this is the last of them, and it's a Cayman Jack. It's actually a malt beverage margarita, but it tastes really good, and it's very, very refreshing. And since I just came in from taking a long walk, I think it'll be lovely. So let me just not pour this and have it not go over. Oh my goodness.
Nice. You can't beat a mojito sometimes, can you?
Oh, they're just wonderful.
Sorry. Tangy.
So cheers.
Cheers to you and everyone that's joining us.
That's right. Here's to everyone joining us. Here's to a beautiful full moon on Sunday. Oh my goodness.
Is it Sunday?
We have Kristen from Nine Worlds Tarot is here. Hi, Kristen. Oh my gosh, you love Cayman Jack, Essence of the Moon. Are you from America?
She is.
Oh my goodness. So you would know. I didn't know what they were until my husband brought them home for me for a surprise. And it was a very nice one. And Kristen's drinking black coffee. You are a rebel. Black coffee. I've just never gotten the hang of black coffee. Oh, and here's
Trouble.
Chris from, here comes trouble. Chris from Elemental Cardamancy. How are you? I'm so sorry I couldn't be there yesterday for you and Gerald. I bet you it was wonderful. Oh my goodness, you're in Pittsburgh. Our daughter's in Pittsburgh. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
This is summer. That's summer in a bottle right there.
So you're making me like thirsty. I can't be thirsty because I'll be gulping my wine and we can't have that.
That happened the last time when I did my Wine and Tarot with Chris. I got buzzed like halfway through.
Yeah, we can't be doing that.
And he was talking to me and I said, "What? I don't know what you said."
Yeah, I'm terrible because I'm a lightweight. So,
Me too. I don't know. I always say since I turned 65, but it's true. Like since I turned 65, my tolerance is way lighter than it used to be. So I guess now that we've got some people here, I wanted to ask the question that I like to ask everyone. Hey, Beth. Oh, Chris says he's good. Oh, yeah, I'm doing okay. Thank you. How did you start it? Where did your tarot journey start, and when, and how?
Okay. It's a long story though. Okay, so
that's okay.
Let me go back to. So my partner and I are coming up to our 31st anniversary. 31 years ago, when I met him, his stepmom and father were into the woo, if you'd like to say so. Back in the like mid to late 90s. It didn't get referred to as anything else. And he certainly never told me that they were witches or anything else, but I've since discovered that that's what they were. And when I turned 18, his stepmom gave me a tarot deck, and it was the John Dee version, I believe, because I know Chris has it, and I think that's what he called it, though I'm shocking with the deck itself. I never used it though. I had it out, looked at it, put it away, and I was like, what a really weird gift to give me, because she never said anything, nothing ever.
Just all of a sudden you got a tarot deck.
Just a tarot deck gifted to me. That was it. And they did our charts and things. They used to say, oh, what do you want? What do you wish for? What would you like? And we were young, like he was like, oh, I would love a pair of Levi jeans and things like this. And it's just those silly things, like short-term things that you've never owned as a person, and we're just starting to work and earn money. And it's like, these things are really expensive. I'd actually would love to own a designer, like Levi was like a designer pair of jeans back then. It was just silly little things. But what I've since realized is they were probably doing little manifestation spells for us.
Oh, I
because
bet they were.
Those things did actually come into fruition. We did find the means to afford or purchase or to be gifted said things eventually, like, not immediately, but they did appear in our lives in probably a year of doing those things. But we never put it together. I never added it up, put it together until this year after his father passed away. So never touched a tarot deck again. And then a lovely lady kind of sought me out on Facebook, very weirdly. And she kind of sought me out and said, oh, you have a gift. You need to come over to here and could you come and join our, hippie vibe group? And I kind of did, because I was like, what are you talking about? You've kind of got me curious. And that was what got me into tarot as I sit now today. So I went and shopped.
Later was that?
Yeah, that was, so she had me looking, it was 2018.
Okay.
Or 2017, when she tapped me on the shoulder sort of thing and pulled me across into her oracle world. So I just watched her doing oracles, and she was like, you have gift, you need to be able, you need to be using your gift, but you need to figure out your gift for yourself. And she just kept going on and on and on. And then I was like, maybe I'll have a look at this tarot thing, and went shopping for a tarot deck for myself and bought the Deviant Moon. And that is where I began in 2018, 2019.
Interesting. I was never involved with anybody really. None of my family were into the woo, but I have been married for 31 years this year. Isn't that
congratulations?
Crazy? I just celebrated it 2 days ago. No, 3 days ago. The 2nd of September, it was 31 years.
Amazing.
Yeah, so there's that. And I started tarot early 2000s, and it was weird. I was working in healthcare. I was a marketer working in healthcare, and we used to sit around at lunchtime in one of the executive offices and have lunches around the conference table. And the director of dining for the facility that I was at came up and read my cards, and that was really the first time. And he was accurate. It was really the first time that I had ever seen a deck of tarot cards. My ex-husband's mother used to read playing cards. And interestingly, Derek John Thomas, I don't know if you know his channel or not. I can't remember what his channel is right off the top of my head. It's like Tarot for Intentional Living. He is he's an American living in South Korea. But anyway, he brought back from his last vacation a couple of decks of playing cards, and he's learning to use playing cards now, and it's pretty interesting. So it's just, isn't it interesting how I don't know. I feel like if you're meant to be in the woo world, it finds you.
Yeah, it probably does, actually. Yeah, there's lots of weird people saying weird things to me growing up, but I never
put it together.
They never came out with it. No one ever said what they meant. It was just like comments, hints, and things. So,
okay, so I don't know who he is. Are we talking about who's the creator of the Deviant Moon?
That's Patrick Valenza.
So I wonder if it's Patrick Valenza?
No.
And if
he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't do Kickstarter.
Okay. I don't know who that is. So Essence of the Moon, Celine, tell us who is a new deck coming out that's going to be around Lilith, because I think that'll be really cool.
Is it the channel creator that you just talked about?
I don't know.
Yeah, Travis McHenry.
Okay.
No.
So we'll have to go over there. We'll have to go over to Kickstarter and check that one out. Oh, Travis McHenry. Thank you. Thank you. So I think you and I talked about this in a chat once. So I used in 2004, I bought a Waitsmith plaid back deck, and I used that deck. That was the only deck I had. I didn't realize that any other tarot decks existed until 2015. And that's when I started looking at, because of YouTube, I went onto YouTube and was looking at tarot readers, and all of a sudden this whole tarot community came up. And by 2016, I had 16 or 17, I had a channel, but that particular deck, the Deviant Moon, I bought because everybody had it and everybody was talking about it, and I could not get on with it. I couldn't do it. So I gave it to somebody. I gifted it to somebody, and now I have it back. I bought it back. Not that deck, but I bought the deck again. I think I have the rose one. And I am determined that I'm going to work with this deck. Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you like about the Deviant Moon Tarot? What do people, if you have the Deviant Moon Tarot in chat, tell me what you really like about it. What do you like, Toni?
I don't know. The images just, I didn't know about YouTube Tarot Tube when I was looking for that deck. So I was Googling, and we didn't have any shops around me. So it was just me doing it like on Google, finding things. And I didn't know anything about fake decks either. So I purchased on Amazon the Deviant Moon because I really like the images. I thought, oh, I can work with that. That looks really cool. And ordered it. And then discovered it was actually a fake through sharing it with somebody. And then they basically, instead of just saying, you know, I think you might have a pirate deck, they said, oh, I had no idea he was doing minis. I was like, what does that mean? So I'm like Googling now, like, what? There's a mini deck on Deviant Moon. And then I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a bootleg. So re-Googled everything. And of course, being in England, buying Deviant Moon is limited to a few places, mostly Amazon. Found the right deck and then ordered it and had the right deck to work with, and retired said bootleg version into a box I was going to use it for journaling, and I haven't in the end. I've just got rid of it.
I was going to ask you about that too, about decks and shipping lately, because shipping's gone up so much.
Yeah, it has. It's harsh.
Decks must have become very dear, you know, in expense over there.
They've never been cheap, and I do thank Amazon for what they have done. I know everyone hates what they stand for, but from a ability to get hold of things, sometimes you can't avoid it. Like, you know, if I can buy it from there and avoid 70 quid in shipping and taxes, why wouldn't I?
Yes. And I liked, you know, I don't like what Amazon stands for either, but as somebody who is visually impaired and can't just jump in the car and drive the 45 minutes that I need to get to any kind of major shopping, you know, and even now for me, so if you go into a store and you're looking for, doesn't matter. It could be a book, it could be a deck, it could be clothing. but you see everything at once. And that's very overwhelming to somebody who does it. Like I see, my vision is like an impressionist painting. So like everything is just sort of like mud, you know? So when I go to Amazon and I Google Deviant Moon Tarot, that's all I see for the most part, you know, for the most part.
Yeah. So what type of decks do you find easier for you visually?
I like big cards. I cannot lie. I do like big cards, and I talk all the time about the print on the cards. Like, let me show you this deck. I love this deck, but so so here are the cards. See how small that is? They could have taken up, they could have come up just a little bit more and made that font just a little bit bigger. I'll bet you that's 10-point font. And I don't know anybody over 40 who can read that without a pair of readers on. Maybe you can, I don't know. But so that's my biggest thing with that. But I like decks with bright color, lots of color and bright color. Like I love the Sacred Bee decks, Journey of the Sacred Bee decks. Those are my jam. I like
Beautiful.
My deck for the longest time was the Druid Craft. I love the art in that. And again, it was the colors and the size. It was very easy to read and easy to look at. What are your favorites?
I flip-flop. So beautifully bright, vivid. I used to call them or refer to them as like something like a vomit of color on the page. The Spectro Whirl was one that I do favor sometimes, and other times I'm just like, this is way too much for my eyes. And then I go back to the dark deck, so I'll go all the way back down to Deviant Moon. The Gothic Literature Tarot is one that I find particularly beautiful at the moment. The Ritual Kitchen Witch on YouTube, so her Ritual Kitchen Tarot, that one's really nice, but that is an RWS version of a deck. However, it's dark, so I can tolerate it.
What are you working with now?
That's giving away secrets, Julie. It's those decks basically. Okay. I'm feeling very dark and moody, and I have been since probably the middle of August. And I just switched out. I went like completely 180 from all the bright summery decks to gothic, dark, miserable, moody, grumpy decks.
Well, I'm really glad that you're here because you reminded me that I want to pull out the Deviant Moon. The decks that are calling to me right now are decks like the Anna Kay screams autumn to me for some reason. And the other one is Shadowlands. The Shadowland Tarot. It came in a big.
Is that the purpley swirly one? No.
It's the one with the little monsters. It kind of reminds me a little bit. Don't be harsh on me now, Toni, but it does remind me a little bit of the Deviant Moon. It's just not that deviant.
Okay.
Just a little now. Come on. Anybody else? Or was that just? It was probably blasphemous. I apologize.
It reminds me more of maybe is it the Northern Element?
I don't know.
Elemental North, not the one with the watercolors and the runes in it, but there's one with animals and it's like cartoon drawing.
Okay.
It reminds me more that way.
I
think we have Jonathan.
Oh, okay. So Kristen's kind of done a 180. She said she doesn't know why she likes the Deviant Moon. She used to hate it. And I'm hoping that I kind of do that 180 too. I never hated it. I just couldn't work with it. I really am creepily drawn to the art, but it doesn't translate for me. She says she's ordered the Gothic Lit Tarot.
Oh, it's amazing.
Do you have it?
Yeah, the cardstock. I never knew what buttery soft cardstock meant until I got that deck.
Oh yeah.
There's no other deck that I've owned indie wise that's got like the rose petals butter soft finish. Nothing compares to that.
It's beautiful. Aloha, Jonathan. It's good to see you. I'm just going back a little bit. See what else.
We're not talking to Jonathan. We're ignoring him after his last comment. Okay.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. Not interested? What?
Okay.
I understand.
Blasphemous.
Yeah, well, I just compared it to the Shadowlands, so, and nobody commented. Nobody said you're crazy. What?
No, they didn't, did they? They didn't.
Blasphemy. But you also you were a person that also I think you were the person that mentioned in a chat that oh my gosh, all the oracles of the seasons, the seasons of the witch, right? That they're coming out with a tarot, that they have a tarot.
Yeah, I think the first one's it's out. I've seen people with it on YouTube.
Wow. But so you do Seasons of the Witch, do you not?
I do 3 of their decks. So yeah. This is the one I would use all year round, guaranteed. It's brilliant. And
which one is that? I can't see.
So it's the first one that came out, and it's their Samhain or their Halloween version. And it's the first deck that they released. And actually, I didn't need anything after this, to be very honest. This one is it the best one I think they've done, personally speaking.
That is the one that's in my cart.
Yeah, this one is the one. The messages, the way it works, the things it pertains to fit very much seasonally into like what happens around my world as well. I think maybe that's why it just very much speaks to me, and I find it to be something that's not just for Halloween. It definitely can be used all year round. And the other one I have is the Beltane one, because May Day celebrations, May Queen, Beltane was a big thing growing up where I grew up as a child, and it happened every year. The whole town got shut down, and that celebration still happens to this day in the town that I grew up in. So that was a huge thing. So to have a deck that kind of took that and I could use as well, because here in the city that I live now doesn't do that, doesn't have that celebration, because it's, I grew up in a little village, not a village, like a little town in Cornwall, just on the edge of Cornwall. And it's very much pagan world in Cornwall. They have so many pagan celebrations. It's amazing.
Nice.
So yeah, Beltane. And then the other one that I swear by is the Mabon. Mabon. Nice. That one is lovely and cozy. If this one's too witchy-fied, then the Mabon one has a beautiful cozy across the board vibe to it.
Oh, that's lovely to hear. I'm really surprised that people still celebrate May Day over there. Like you would never see that here. Like I don't know any place that celebrates May Day here. We're such freaking Puritans.
Yeah, because Richie Longman Tarot has started. Oh God, what's he doing? Is there a new word for them? Morris dancing. I'm not sure if they're still Morris dancers. We started Morris dancing, and that we always had Morris dancers at the celebrations.
Okay.
So yeah, it's very big in that part of the world.
Let's see.
I always wanted to be a Morris dancer, but it was always for men only.
Oh, the patriarchy. No. Okay, Winter Tarot comes out October 14th. The ones shown are probably from people who receive decks. Yeah. Can't wait to get your copy. Ooh, pre-order. You pre-ordered it back in June. Oh, I can't wait for you to get it too. You'll have to tell us how you're liking it. For sure.
Yeah. You know she's going to do a walkthrough.
Yes.
I used to be there. I used to be like, oh, it's a pre-order. I'm pre-ordering because I was always worried that it meant that it wasn't going to be
available.
Reproduced.
Right.
Yeah. And then not that I'm not belittling. I've now since been able to like calm my horses a little bit on that. So now I sit back and I wait for somebody else to show, and then I can make a better decision now about my purchases. Now that I have a stupid collection size, seeing that Jonathan also has a daft collection size and needs to purge.
Yeah, you need to purge.
Yeah.
I purged some this summer. I'd never had a huge collection because we live in a tiny house. But yeah, I never was able to have a huge collection. But I did purge some, and I'm still trying to purge just some that I bought that I know I'm never going to use.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just makes room, creates space, you know. So
Yeah.
what is everybody doing for this full moon? And I have a true confession to make because I have written about it being the harvest moon, and lots of people are talking about the harvest moon, but it is actually not the harvest moon this September. Because yes, the harvest moon apparently happens closest to the eclipse, and the closest full moon to the eclipse is October. That's what I read. But when I was writing the Crone's Compass, which is out on which is in the shop now, I'll put the link in. I didn't see that. I always called the September moon the harvest moon.
Yeah. Without, being, is this Western or true sidereal? The same. So normally the moon that lands in September is
the harvest moon.
Yeah. If we're just going by official. I
feel like this. The sun is not, the world is not going to collapse over this. So if you if you want to call it the harvest moon, I do. I like the harvest moon makes sense to me because
it would here because we would be harvesting.
Yes, it does. That's exactly why I like calling it the harvest moon, because we're bringing in the last of our harvest now.
Yeah, because October's blood moon.
Now,
here.
So they're calling this a blood moon, and I've heard it both ways, that it's not quite a blood moon, but because we're going to have a total lunar eclipse with this full moon.
So they need to stop messing with it. They need to leave it alone.
It's just, I think this is a really good time. It's a really good time to manifest, but you want to watch what you're manifesting because the eclipse energy is really strong. So watch what you're going to manifest. And I'm just really into doing the release kind of ceremony that I do. And I think I have 2 boxes of our beloved dog's ashes, Gideon, our German Shepherd, and Buddy, our first boxer. And I think we're going to bury those this weekend as well. So, yeah.
That's a big thing. I understand that.
Yeah. But I can't lug these ashes around with me for the rest of the day. Ooh, Jonathan's birthday is September 7th. And you're turning 50 under an eclipse. That's auspicious. Nice. The corn moon, myth and names. Corn moon, harvest moon. Yeah, I saw wine moon too.
Yes, yes.
Rooted in the cycle.
Yes, chin chin.
Yes. Hi, Emmy. How are you? It's nice to have you here with us talking about the moon. I'm going to post. I've been going through all of my notes because in writing the Crone's Compass, I'm like taking from notes that I've gathered over the years and, doing my own research and stuff. But I found this really cool little kind of series of like little rituals to do on the full moon, this full moon. So I'm going to post those and I'm going to do them this year and see how that goes.
And how are you finding writing the Crone's Compass?
I find it, when I say that it's a gift of my heart, that it's a labor of love, it's not even a labor. I love doing it. I love doing it. Things come to me. There are some things that come to me. There are things that, I go back and look at from previous journals and, notes I've taken from, years ago even. But the putting it together in one place for people to go and reference, and there's lines in it so you can write in it yourself. And I use mine, you can write on it, and I hope people spill wine on it and really use it. And that has been wonderful for me too. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, when you first start journaling, if you're not a prolific journaler, it feels weird and unusual. So mine has only really been tarot and then a little bit of seasonal observations. But like you say now, because when you get through them, you're like, what do I do with this thing now? Like, it's taking up space on the shelf. I like throw it in the bin. Like, what do I do with that? I put so much time and effort into it. But looking through them and being able to pull out a spread now, or like you say, the seasonal wisdom that's hidden in there, and pulling it together into something else is actually quite amazing, because you've been doing work all along and not realizing you were culminating an item at the end of it.
I was going to say that. And some of the things, I was just looking through one of my journals and I saw artwork that I had done that I had totally forgot about. And I'm a person, this has been a journey for me too. And some of the people that have been following me for a long time will know this, that I was told at a very young age, yeah, you can't do art. You can't draw. Go find something else to do because you're not a good artist. And it crushed me because my mom was a very good artist and a painter. And my great grandmother was an artist and a painter. And so then my grandmother and I knit, but I always would say, oh, I don't draw, I don't paint. And then somebody said to me, that's ridiculous. Anybody can draw, you can do it. And I'll tell you who it was. It was Diane from, oh my gosh, what is her? I can't remember what her channel name is now. With Rush Cottage, that's what it was.
Oh, that Diane, yeah.
Yeah,
there's a couple on there.
And she was just so encouraging. And I've done a little bit of watercolor and I've done some drawings. But anyway, I'm going through and I'm seeing all these drawings. It's really cathartic. It's really a wonderful experience. And I wanted to offer it. The people who have purchased them have said, I can't believe you're only offering this for $3. This should be more. And I'm like, but I just feel like it's a gift. The tools, there are things in there for you to do. This month I shared a recipe of my mom's, and that was, my mom's passed. It's been almost 50 years now. And it was nice looking at that recipe, and there's a copy of it in there. I don't know. I really love it. So I could talk about it forever, so don't get me started. So your creative outlet has been jewelry, right? Am I correct?
Yeah. So the time in between being given a tarot deck and doing tarot, I did jewelry. I made jewelry and wanted to make it my full-time thing, and it didn't happen because it's actually really hard to bust into and get seen. So it was a side thing, like a hobby, and I just made things for myself. And then somebody said one day, do you sell things? And then that's how I got to just going to little markets, just art markets, having little stalls, having pop-up areas and shops and things. But it was hard work.
Yeah. We have now the one thing we have in this area, it's about an hour away from me. In October, they call it the Witches' Night Market. Nice. And it's this little town closes down, and the streets are open, and there's all kinds of vendors and food, and everybody dresses up. And this year, I went with a friend last year, and we did not dress up, but this year we're going to get hats and decorate them and go again. But lots of vendors, lots of jewelry vendors, and it is hard. It's really hard work. You have to make a lot. It's a lot of outlay because you have to make a lot, and then you have to schlep it all, plus anything that you're setting up, and do all the setup, all the tear down. It's hard work. I give you a lot of credit.
Yeah, and Amethyst Ascension in chat, she used to make some amazing bits of jewellery as well. But I think she had a far more fruitful career in it than I did. But hers was like, I think hers was even more hard work than what I did. I think she did lots of like beading.
Rochelle, I haven't seen you in ages. It's so good to see you.
So yeah.
Thank you, whoever put the link in for the Crohn's compass. That was very nice. Yeah. So do you still do jewelry at all, or is that part over now?
No, I have. I've bought things because I want to make. You see people with like those big lunar moth rings. I really want to make one of those in silver. So I have been slowly buying things so I could make one, but I just haven't got the bit where I've cleared space now that my room is full of clutter. I need to clear the workshop out so I can actually work in it and get rid of all the decks and paperwork on the side and do it safely. So I want to make a lunar ring, big sterling silver lunar ring. That's what I want to make. That's the next thing I'll make for myself. But otherwise, last thing I made was some birthday gifts for Mad Witch. I think that's the last set of stuff that I made. Just, gemstones and some sterling silver, basic stuff. But most of my jewelry, was for me.
One of the things that Mark and I wanted to do for our anniversary, we're going to do it for our 25th wedding anniversary, but we couldn't. It wasn't the time because we couldn't find what we wanted. I wanted to kind of redo my wedding ring set. It was lovely, but our wedding bands, we had actually sold early in our marriage because we needed money. And, we were going through a rough time. So we had sold those, and I was wearing my grandmother's wedding band. He wasn't wearing any. And then, but we wanted something that was meaningful to us, and gold is really expensive, and it's, I like it. Who doesn't like gold? But I just wanted something different. And I found this woman who makes beautiful bridal sets out of antler.
Oh.
So my rings are, I don't know. Here, I'll take let's see if I can get this. I don't know if you can see. How do I do this? So it's
closer.
It's platinum. This is platinum, and then this is antler.
Oh wow! So it's inset.
Yes, it's inset. Oh. And I have a wedding. My wedding band is the same. It's inset, and it's different. So because it comes from a different part of the antler, so this is different than the wedding band. It's not, but it's beautiful, and they just. I can't stop. I got them early. I got them in July, and I can't stop looking at them. They're beautiful. And the antler meant a lot to us because when we were when we were first living together, we lived way out in the country on this big estate. And Mark was the landscaper for the estate. And we would sit outside at night and at dusk and see herds of deer come out. It was just beautiful. So it was perfect. It was just perfect. And I love how when you create a one-of-a-kind piece, and this would be a one-of-a-kind piece, and it means so much to you.
Yeah. So I have, it's one of the first bangles I ever made. And it just...
Oh, how beautiful is that?
So that's acid etching. So I put an abstract pattern on it and then just acid etched it, dropped it into acid, let the acid eat into it, and then clean it all off. And so what kind
is that, silver or?
Yeah, that one's That one's solid silver, yeah.
Nice.
I think that's the first piece I made.
Oh, and see, and that means a lot too, because it's the very first thing you did. How lovely.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying
Thank you,
to see.
Rochelle.
And somebody said Rochelle's jewelry is exquisite too. How lovely.
Yeah. I've seen a few pieces they hide in her when she does her like top down. Sometimes there's a piece of jewelry hiding that's from her like previous.
Rochelle, we're going to have to get you on Wine and Tarot too. So you'll have to message me. We're friends on the Book of Face, I think. If not, then we're on the Instas. I know. All right. So, did you have a spread that you brought for us to do together?
So, I've two, and I don't know which one to do. I brought one from my Wise Witch house that I did last year, which but it's a deep dive one, and for anyone that did the Wise Witch with me last year, they'll know how painful some of those spreads actually got to be because it was a bit shadow worky. And then while we were sat watching, I was reading about the harvest moon because I hadn't done my homework properly from my old favorite moon diary from Flickering Cauldron.
Ooh.
And it had in here about harvest moon magic rituals, and then I just kind of bibliomanced a couple of words out of it and thought maybe that would be a nicer spread to do, linking into the harvest moon, because that's what we both are feeling.
Well, should we put it to the group what they want to do? Or should we just do it? Or should we just make an executive decision and do the harvest moon one?
Do the abundance for the harvest moon.
Okay, then let's do it.
Yes, Rochelle's like that. It wasn't a bit of shadow work. It was a lot of shadow work.
Oh, okay. Then we'll make the executive decision and do the abundance and the harvest moon because, oh my goodness, yes. I am again using the Marloon Tarot. I really need to move this deck. It's just right there, and I always reach for it. But what deck is everybody else going to use tonight?
That's a very good question. Let's take her Seasons of the Witch.
How's Goldie doing, Jilly? How's Goldie? Goldie? I don't know what you mean, Jonathan. Oh my gosh. Jonathan's at the gym. He's watching us whilst at the gym. The Triomphe de la Luna Illustrated Pips Day. Oh, Triomphe de la Luna Illustrated Pips Day. Nice. Anybody else want to share? Marseille, wait. Oh, you know what? That deck came into my purview this week too as I was dusting shelves. Kristen. Okay, you can't go out yet. You have to wait. I know this is your jam that you come and interrupt me, but you went out before. You'll be fine.
So I'm doing the Trick or Tarot from Duck Soup.
Okay. So what is the first card?
Okay, so so 3 cards for tarot, 1 for oracle if you've got it. If not, the 4th card will be a tarot card. I thought just in case anyone wanted to have more than one deck, because I like to use lots of decks as well. The first question is, what abundance and gratitude will this moon bring to us, or personally?
What abundance and
gratitude?
Gratitude. I'm typing it. Gratitude. Gratitude will this moon bring to us? Bring to us?
Or me? Yeah.
Bring to me.
Clearance.
Bring to me. Abundance and gratitude will this mood bring to me?
Marseille white does look quite good. Says that the person that doesn't like an RWS.
Yeah.
Who did I watch? Robin getting rid of some of the decks on his shelf at the weekend.
Yes, he said.
There was an RWS in there.
Oh. Okay, what card did you get?
So I have the full.
Okay, so what does? Wow, you're getting it all.
Yeah. So I'm on annual leave. Today starts my annual leave. So this is amazing. So it's going to bring excitement. My partner has the day off with me. It's the day off. I think he's got most of the week off with me, which is the first time in a very, very long time. So I have got things planned. I want to go to the Highwayman Inn on the edge of Dartmoor. So if anyone wants to Google that, it's an amazing little pub. Hopefully that's where I'm going for lunch at some point, and other places for day trips. So we are going.
Ooh, how lovely! I got the Six of Cups, which is funny. Look at it's plants. It looks like to me it's plants anyway. So the harvest moon bringing in the plants, but memories and sharing. I think sharing memories, sharing stories, which I love too. Let's see what everybody else says.
Bye, Jonathan.
Is Jonathan not able to go?
His batteries disappearing fast.
Okay. Oh yeah, because he's at the June. Emily says not to tattle, but he didn't get rid of much. It takes a while, Emily. I find that we're in two schools with this. So we are either in the school of get rid of it now, like pitch with abandon, close your eyes, just do it, or we do it bit by bit. I'm a bit by bit person. With tarot decks, with other things, I'm pitch with abandon. Get rid of it. We have to use it, just let it go.
No, it goes into a bag or a box somewhere, and it has to sit there for a while because I can sometimes cycle around in 2 years' time for something. Yeah. Like clothing, a bag, a coat. And if I've gotten rid of it because everyone's like, oh, you should only keep for a season. If you haven't used it for a season, get it out. There have been many things that I have wanted because it's perfect to do X with, wear with, such and such, and it's not there. And then I regret that I've got rid of it because it looked amazing. So I don't.
I do pitch clothes. But again, that's because I don't have a lot of space. So I have to, like, what I'm using, it's particularly in my closet. Like if I'm not using it, it has to go because my closet just gets too full too fast. But the deck thing, the Deviant Moon is a perfect example of, I pitched it. I was like, nope, I'm not going to use this. I got rid of it. And now I came around to, you know what? I really need to work with that deck. So.
Yeah.
All right. What's the second card?
So I was just saying, MA has got, so she's got the star and says that they could use some abundance here and happy to see it in the star. So yeah, the star's illuminating lots of hopefully good things for you.
Absolutely.
Kristen, she has the Four of Wands. That's a nice card. But we have to see if we can coax her out of her non-socializing slump over this, I think.
Oh, you've been in a slump, but that four also is about finding some stability too. Yeah. Like that four. I always think of the four, the four corners of that. The canopy, and how that's stability, and in that comes peace too.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Also, it doesn't necessarily mean a big party, but maybe you could do a little harvest moon thing with some friends.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you could do it on your own too.
Yeah.
But it's that celebration of the moon and the abundance that it brings, and the release that it brings too.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, what's 2?
Where will I find balance and harmony?
No. Okay. What did you get?
What is it about your spreads and lives, honestly? The Tower.
Oh no. Okay, let's see.
Rebuilding. I'm going to rebuild what an annual leave means. That's what I'm doing.
Where can I find
Restructuring my annual leave.
maybe that's the whole pitching with abandon, just like throwing it out the window. Clean out the closet.
Maybe, yeah, perhaps. I actually have been feeling that sort of energy that I do need to declutter something somewhere.
Just declutter, just do it. I got I think that I gotta make sure I'm reading this right. Yeah, I am. Okay. I got the Queen of Cups.
Nice.
And I love her. You know, this is the 6 of Cups and then the Queen of Cups, and it's also the full moon is in Pisces, so very cupsy emotions, but also creativity. And I think that the Queen shows the balance, the balance of emotions and the balance of creation and harmony. So I think being in that Queen of Cups mode is a good thing.
It does. So that's obviously that's Western astrology, isn't it?
Yeah. How about you?
I am trying to ease my way into the true sidereal, but it's not been an easy ride for me. But the moon would be in Aquarius, interestingly, if we were in true sidereal.
Okay, so that would be air.
Yeah, but it's still that water sign, isn't it?
Yeah.
I always still see, because of the water bearer, I still see Aquarius as water, not air, which is weird, but yeah.
I do too. I always saw that confused me so much. So in sidereal, is Aquarius water?
No, it would be air, still
Okay.
the same elements, but just me personally, I've always seen, because of the water bearer as a sign, I've always just associated it. Although I know they're air, I know they're very scientific, I know they're very knowledgeable, very intellect minded, but yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Ooh, I might get the world. Yes, that would be nice. Finding stability and harmony with the world, and think about the world too as a new beginning. And this is something that a lot of astrologers online are talking about, that we've entered the age of Aquarius, and that we are coming into this big kind of, sometimes it takes a big upheaval to create something new.
Yeah, I think you can definitely feel, well, I feel like I can feel it. People trying to assert their independence, their voice, let's not get too political, but like their needs, their rights, their wants. But it's like almost too much chatter for me. It's like everyone wants it, but no one's able to amalgamate to something sensible.
It's like we haven't come together yet. It's like everybody's talking, but it hasn't cohesed. Is that even a word? it hasn't cohesive yet. It has not become cohesive. It's not, hasn't amalgamated yet.
It's a bit like that man on X Factor, not X Factor, X-Men, the guy that used to put the thing on his head to listen into everyone, and he got into his little and like that's what it is to me at the moment. At the moment, it's just like all this, like, just take that off.
Kristen got the 9 of Pentacles. Nice. Self-sufficiency, and that's what we were just talking about. Self-sufficiency and a shift towards abundance. You're actively creating for yourself. Good job, Kristen. And I don't say that in a condescending way. Creating abundance and creating for ourselves is, especially I think for women, but I think just for everybody, has been a we're kind of taught that that's wrong, that it's selfish to do something like that. And I think we need to see it the opposite way. I think in order to be able to give fully, to be whole, we need to do that first,
Yeah, it's true. Mindfulness as well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Mindfulness is my life. Yes.
Breathe.
Sometimes easier than others.
Yeah, of course.
What is number 3?
Number 3, how can I cleanse in preparation for receiving these gifts?
How can I cleanse in preparation for these gifts?
So that's your aforementioned cards. So.
Okay. Okay, well, this was interesting.
There it is.
What'd you get, Toni?
3 cards.
You got 3 came out.
Yeah, 3 came out.
Okay.
So I have Temperance.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, Temperance. Confuses me when it says art. The Ace of Pentacles. And the 4 of Wands.
Wow. What deck is that again?
That is the Trick or Tarot from Duck Soup.
See, I'm attracted to I like the colors, and I like the font size is great.
Yeah, but the backs are, I chose the backs on mine.
So cool. So what does that mean for you, or do you want to share? You don't have to.
How am I cleansing? So if I want to take her, literally off the card, I would say a simmer pot. So I'm going to cleanse the atmosphere in the house. Probably need to go through the house and sort it out. So we've got some material elements here for me, definitely, it feels like to me. And the 4 of Wands, setting the vibe, setting the energy. So I am actually having people over. I have planned to have people over, and I'm going to be cooking, which I haven't done for a couple of years. Well, since before COVID, actually. It's been more than a couple of years. So there's a chance that that's in there. So there's a chance that that could even be me cooking, that could be me cooking the house out for a party, and there's the party. But that in itself creates a new energy and atmosphere in the house, doesn't it? So if I cleanse out the house and then reset it with the new energy going forward, so the energy of people, vibrancy, and coming together, and we've got family members that we wouldn't normally see coming for this as well. So yeah, we have things going on that are abnormal, but actually maybe that's what that Tower of Destruction is bringing. So we're rebuilding something that wasn't there.
Well, I got interesting. I got the 9 of the Nine of Wands. And I think in short, what I think this is for me is that recently a situation has come up where I have felt re-victimized. And I think it's just, for me, purging that. Like, I'm no longer a victim. I'm not a victim any longer. I have done a lot of work to heal. I'm not a victim any longer. And I think just to know that and regain that balance and that, to anchor that in my life.
Oh yeah. Sorry that that's happened, and that but pleased to hear you're working through and reclaiming your strength.
It's okay. I think it is a good lesson in that for me. It's because things are going to come up all the time where we can either fall into that, go back into that victim mode. And honestly, because of mindfulness, I was able to catch it early and know, oh, wait a minute, you're going down that road again. You don't want to go there. So feel the feels, but realize you're in a way different place.
Oh yeah. So
the person, this has made you stronger. Keep, nothing can pull you back there unless you allow it to.
So yeah, and also that helps you to reinforce and recognize how much you've grown and where you've got to in life as well, doesn't it? Sometimes that affirmation is good for yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. So don't feel bad for me. I'm okay. It's all good. It's all good, Toni.
Yay.
Oh, Kristen got the Emperor. Get your shite in order. Okay.
Strong card.
Create the needed structure. Yeah, lighten up on yourself, Kristen. Your shite's not totally out of order, and be gentle with yourself in creating that structure. Baby steps, baby steps. And Emma got the Four of Cups, which is interesting. That is an interesting card in this. Focusing attention and not getting pulled away from your intentions. Yes. And I feel like that 4 too is kind of a card of not getting, we can get caught up in the mundane, like when we're trying to manifest something, or we're trying to make a change, and we're doing the work, and we're doing the things that we're supposed to be doing, and it can all get mundane and kind of boring, and that can pull us away from that intention and keeping that intention fresh. And yes, it was, that was a strong card for Kristen.
Yeah. And also with the cups as well, and the water aspect, that could even be down to a body cleansing as well, can't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I went, I said this, I think last week when I was on with Chris. We went to our little local farmers market, and I found a little green witch there she's the Green Witch Emporium. And, we were talking about it kind of like this, I said, do you identify as a witch? And she said, I do. She said, I don't like to say it really loudly. I said, me either, but I do too. So anyway, we were talking, and she has these lovely salt scrubs. So I have one that, that's going to be one of my rituals, is to take, I can't take a bath. We have a bathtub, but it's not that, it just isn't a soaking tub. But I love to take a shower and just wash all of that down the drain. It's just lovely.
Yeah. Do you ever do it so that, because some people with showers, I've seen, they'll collect what they would normally put into their bath to soak in the bath, like salts and oils and things. They'll put it in a little bag, sack, and tie it onto the shower head, so that when the water runs through, it comes down and cleanses the body.
Well, no, I've never done that. What I've done is I kind of mix it all together and put it on that way. But putting it in the bag might be a little bit less messy. I never
It just
thought
collects
of
all
that.
the petals and the flowers and the herbs, does it?
Right.
It's all in there.
Right. No, I'm just rubbing it all on.
And I tell you what you can do if you do it in the bag, which I have done, is you can put your oats in there as well if you wanted to soften the skin and nourishment. And then it turns into, once it's softened, it turns into a sponge. So you can just use the bag to.
Oh, what a great idea. See, you learn something every time we have wine and tarot. Kristen said something about ADHD, and I wanted to address that because I've been quasi recently, a couple of years ago, diagnosed with ADHD, and it explained a lot about just like my life and things teachers said about me and how I, how I felt like I jumped from one thing to the next because I do, but and I know what you're saying about it being a challenge with what you were talking about with socializing and getting out and creating structure. It's hard with ADHD brain, but I think you and I talked about Chat GPT before, and Chat GPT has really helped me tremendously with keeping me on track, like creating a plan that's workable for me and then me being able to work that plan. It's been so gratifying to be able to actually like check things off the list or check all my things off the list and not have to move anything over to the next day. And it does, it takes a while, and it's not, and so what if you have to move something over to the next day? Big deal. It does, the world's not going to, the sky is not going to fall. So I just wanted to, to encourage you in that way. Be kind to yourself. Hen's here. Hen is here from Australia. It's lovely to see you.
So just going back to Chat GPT, because I'm clearly a dinosaur.
Yeah.
I know people are using it, but I don't use it. So how do you find it helps you? So obviously for listening, but what do you do? Do you just chat to it? Do you type into it? Do you?
I type. You can talk, but I type. And what it's helped me with things like projects like the Crohn's Compass. So I'll say, when I first started structuring the Crohn's Compass, I got very overwhelmed because I wanted to put everything in it, and so I said, kind of, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. Can you help me can you provide me an outline or a structure? And ChatGPT will come back and say, well, I think this would align really well, and maybe put this thing, take these things and maybe make that a separate publication, like do something separate with that. And then I'm able to say, okay, I have, I'm giving myself 14 days to get this ready to go to, to somebody to proofread. Can you help me, to set up writing blocks where I can easily make my goal? And it's done that for me. I originally had this as like the tarot and moon guide, and it's so much more than that, but I didn't know what to call it. So I asked, can you give me some names? And then, I don't know, it was two wine and tarots ago, I said, okay, it's more than this. I have these names. Which one do you guys pick? And we picked a name together. So it's things like that. I also have asked it to, my dad was looking at getting a new cell phone, and he didn't know which one to get. So I asked ChatGPT to compare and contrast them for low vision people, and I sent that information to him. So it's things like that I really appreciate it for.
So no,
Hey, Deb.
Carla in chat. I know she has a great relationship with her chat GPT to the point where I think she's named it Miss Kulala.
Oh, Miss Kulala, we're just talking about chat GPT, and I think you just started following me on Instagram, so thank you for that. Yes, I will also write something and then ask ChatGPT to either proofread it or like, can you help polish it up a little bit? Because I've used a word that I wouldn't normally use or something. So it helps with that too.
Yeah, these two sisters here love ChatGPT.
Which two sisters?
So Amethyst Ascension and Miss Kulala are sisters.
Yes. Oh my gosh. In real life?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How lovely. Yes, and I love it too. It's helped me. ChatGPT has really helped me in my ADHD journey for sure. Oh my gosh. Hi, Sissy. That brings back memories to me. So I have two groups of kids. I have two older kids and two younger kids, two marriages. So when my two youngest were born, my two oldest were 13 and 16, and then 14 and 17. And so first of all, we would go to pick my kids up from their dad's house. And when they got in the car, I would say, "Hey guys, how are you doing?" So they started, and my son would answer first. So they started calling my son guys, and they called him guys until they were teenagers. And my daughter, they called Sissy. So it was always, "Hi, Sissy." I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Those two are the shining from the stories they tell of their childhood. That's the shining pair right there.
Oh, it's so nice. Yeah, everybody, if you are not following Amethyst Ascension or Miss Kulala or Hen or anybody else, go, like, I think there's on the right side, you can click the three buttons. I think it will take you in a separate window to their pages and get them followed. And
Absolutely.
if you're not following me, please hit the follow button and the the other one, that other button. What is it for? Notifications, because I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'm still not there yet, but let me tell you, when I get there, we're going to have a party.
What wine are you having for that one?
I don't know. It might be champagne, and I might be, it might be one that I get a little tipsy on. I don't know. We might see littlezencrone tipsy again. Okay, do we have one more card?
We do, one more card, yes.
Okay.
So you can either pull an oracle or a tarot card, up to you. And it's just for manifestation and goal, a card for manifestation or for manifesting your goal.
Okay.
Obviously, your goal is the cards 1 and 2. Okay. What did you get?
I got the King of Cups. Cups, right? Yep, I got the King of Cups. So, gosh, I'm kind of in the feels at the moment. Yeah, so I think it is about feeling that emotion, and like, I know what I need to release, right? And in part of that releasing, and part of you have to release to manifest. So in part of that releasing, there is a tiny bit of sadness in that, but I know logically in my head that that's good, that it's okay, and that it's a good thing to be feeling this. It is a good thing to be feeling.
And yeah, and you've got like the council in there as well, haven't you, with the King of Cups? So like you said, it's a council of yourself. And interestingly, you've had the Queen and the King now.
Yes, balance. Yeah, balance. Okay, I have to let this dog outside. What did you get quickly?
So I got the Ancestors card.
Oh, wow. What a card to get for this full moon.
So I guess that's who I'm calling on, my ancestors. And who is it that does that song? Lorena McKennett, if nobody knows her.
Oh, I love her.
I think it's her. She does an Ancestors. I think she does an Ancestors song. Or there's somebody that sounds very much like her.
What was she was with a band or in a group. What was the name of that group that she was in? Lorena McKennett.
Oh, I don't know.
She's an
Irish singer.
Yes.
Very folky.
If I find it, I'll let you know, but I definitely know who Lorena McKennett is.
Yeah. So that's what this one also brings. That song is in my head now. So it definitely feels like I'm calling on some help from my
What's
circle.
the name of the song again?
I think it's called Ancestors. The Ancestors Chant. No, it's not, is it? Ancestors Chant. I don't think it is her. It's somebody else, isn't it?
I'll Google it.
Witchy friends in chat. I know you know.
Anybody know?
The Ancestors Chant. I'm sure that's what it's called.
The 8 of Cups and an oracle that says withdraw. Okay. Well.
So walking away from drama, so not getting involved in people's drama will allow you to bring in what it is or to see your star, to see your shine.
Yeah, I was going to say that sort of mirrors my card, which is, you have to feel, and then you have to walk. And yeah, the 8 of Cups would be walking away to receive. I feel like I have a 3-year-old at my elbow going, "Mommy, mommy, mommy."
Love dogs.
I do too, and I love him a lot. And I love how he's like a little human, because he knows he'll hear me speaking, because I speak to him during the day, but I don't speak to anybody else. So if he hears me speaking and it's not to him, he's all up in my business. So I need to know what's going on. Okay, so from the Lilith Oracle.
Okay, yeah, balance.
Yes. And fulfilling relationships while staying true to yourself. Exactly.
Yeah, and that goes back to your 4 of Wands with the relationships where you didn't want to be out socializing overly, but maybe it's the other relationships you build in strength.
Absolutely. Jen says hi, Henry. Well,
yeah, because Henry looks like Marjorie a little bit, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, this has been an absolutely wonderful wine and tarot. I'm so glad that we were able to work it out, and that you were able to come on with me. And now that I'm thinking about it, this was the reason why you couldn't come on next week, right? Or no, this was the reason why you couldn't come on tomorrow, because you're having company.
Because I've got people over tomorrow as well.
Yes. Oh, but that's such a good thing. No, there's no sorry about it. It's wonderful. And it was wonderful to have everybody in chat. I'm so glad you guys were here. Rochelle, it's been lovely to see you again, and Emma and Pen and Miss Kulala. I'm so glad that I got a chance to meet you too, and I'll see you on the Instagrams. But Jonathan, I don't know if you're in the car, whether you're still at the gym, but it's been lovely. And Chris, always lovely for you to be here. And I don't think I've missed anybody. Selena from Pittsburgh. How could I have missed you? It was wonderful to have you here as well. everybody have a wonderful weekend. Go out and do something special under this full moon. As the full moon is supposed to be full for us at 3:00 in the afternoon, so we won't see it. And we won't see the eclipse, but you will, Toni. Anybody that's over in England will see it because it'll be 8:00 in the evening.
So we've got full moon 5:41.
5:41.
And then rises.
You're in front of us.
I know, it's weird.
That's right. You're in front of us. So if you go outside early in the morning, you'll see it.
Yeah. I always find it
to do this
that when it's at the height of its fullness in our area, a lot of the time it's in the middle of the day.
What is it for you this time? 5 a.m?
Yeah, so I never get this. It rises at 7:30 in the evening, but it sets in the morning. It sets at 5:41 on Sunday. So when I wake up in Sunday morning, it's setting at 5:41, and then it rises again at 7:30 in the evening, but it won't be going dark till about 8:30.
I'm so excited for this full moon, and I'm excited. This is the first year, like I'm really excited for autumn and going into winter. So
it's here already, though, isn't it? I mean, I'm in my black. I'm in my dark deck zone already.
It's still a little bit too warm for me to be there, but I'm loving the cool evenings and the cool mornings, and I'm really loving the dark mornings. Like I like to get up at 6 o'clock and it's still dark out, and I love that. It just gives me an extra start to the day. So
yeah, except for I'm finding it harder to get out of bed the darker it's getting in the mornings, because we've been making use of trying to get healthy. So in the mornings now, if I can get myself out of bed at 6 o'clock, because I start work early, I drag my partner out now, and we do 15 to 20 minutes of either yoga, Pilates, something to strengthen the body or stretch the body. And Richard has been loving it.
I do that in the morning as well, and I have been encouraging Mr. Honey that when he retires, we'll be doing that together. Because you have to keep, as you get older, you have to keep limber. You have to keep stretching, or if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So
that's what I say to Richard, because he's a builder. I'm like, no, we have to get this moving now before we're into, he's 50 next year. He's got to start sorting it out.
That's right.
So do I still can't touch my toes, but between us, we need to start sorting it out in order to thrive beyond retirement, if we ever have a retirement age.
Yeah, I'm wondering about us too. But anyway, all right. It has been lovely, Antoinette. I love having you here. I love saying your name. I like Antoinette and Toni, but it's been lovely having you here. I hope we can do it again. And everybody in chat, it's been wonderful to have you here. Go like everybody, and go like everybody else that's in the chat, and I'll see you in approximately 2 weeks for the new moon.
Oh,
so everyone take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody.
Oh my goodness, you're so welcome. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.